Hello, my name is Layla. I'm the wine director at Reid's Fine Foods and Reid's Runaway Gourmet. The next course is green bean casserole.
A staple to Thanksgiving dinner for sure.
So we're starting our green bean casserole, and I think one of the things that it makes it a little different and maybe a little bit more healthy is the fact that we're not gonna mix ingredients or can ingredients. This is all fresh.
All fresh.
All fresh, and it's gonna be done in a pan.
Cast iron.
Cast iron pan. That's very important as well. So we add tiny bit of oil.
Touch of oil. And then we're going to use about half a stick of unsalted butter. And the key is to use unsalted butter, because if you use salted, you have a chance to oversalt your finished product. So if you just always start with unsalted, you don't have to worry about oversalting your dish at the end of it. And you add a little bit of oil to the butter, because butter has a lower smoke point than canola oil. So that way you'll get, it won't burn on you as fast. You'll have a little bit more of a chance to be, in case you're worrying about your turkey or something, your butter's not going to burn and give you that burnt taste at the end of your dish. We'll start with about 2 cups of mushrooms.
And just
going to add them in. And the thing about mushrooms is when you're cooking them, you want to take a little bit of salt and pepper. When you add it to a mushroom has a lot of water in it.
Yeah.
So as soon as you do it, this is going to also help create a liquid that's going to turn into your gravy to make the final casserole. So just a little bit of salt. Once you start sauteing them, you'll start to see that more and more liquid juice will start coming out.
God, that looks divine already. The mushrooms are changing color. If you lift your pan,
you can see them starting to get soft already.
Yeah.
And what I use is just button mushrooms. Slice them about an inch, inch and a half thick. I mean, you can use whatever you want, whatever you're into. You can use shiitake, you can use portobello. There's a lot of different mushrooms out there to use, but I feel button mushrooms the most well known. And just like before, when we did our gravy, you'll take about half a cup of flour once again to get you your roux to help thicken everything by the end of the process. So we'll just add a little bit of flour. You can always add more later.
So yeah, it starts to...
and you'll see it. You'll see all your juices start coming out.
From the mushrooms.
And your mushrooms will continue to sweat during the whole process. So we have about 2 cups of green beans, which what I've already done is I've taken them and just blanched them.
And shocked them.
Which is just get a pot of water.
That's a very important step, right, Andrew?
Yes, it is.
To be able to shock your vegetables, like for example on the kale, look how vibrant that green looks. And it is because
it heightens the color when you shock. Shocking vegetables is nothing more than immersing them in iced water. After they've been dunked into boiling water, you take the kale or the green beans.
It stops
you immerse them in boiling water with salt.
Yeah.
And then you take them out
through
a colander, drain them through a colander and put them in ice water, and you have beautiful bright green color in all of your vegetables.
Green beans. So whatever your vegetables are, you do that even with salads.
I do it with salads. I shock vegetables raw and cooked.
Yeah.
The next process is we got 1 cup of half and half. Thanksgiving's already heavy, so when you have a chance, loosen it up a little bit. You can use half and half. You don't want everyone falling asleep before you get to your dinner or through your dinner. So we'll just add our cream. Make sure you have your pan nice and hot. You'll see as soon as you add it, it'll start to get almost to a bubble, but don't get worried.
It will thicken.
It will definitely thicken up on you.
The panko.
Panko is the important part.
A very essential part of this whole dish.
What we're going to do is roughly about half a cup of panko, just evenly distributed. This will also help thicken your dish, but as well, we're talking about texture again. It's going to give you a nice texture. So you just want to, and you'll see, I mean, it's just like your gravy. It's going to thicken up on you pretty quick.
And what's panko for those?
Panko is just a Japanese breadcrumb. It's
Okay.
a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. You get a better texture to it.
A little more coarse.
A little bit more coarse.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And you see, I mean, with the flour, once again, it's going to thicken on you very, very quick. So, and we're about ready to add our salt and pepper. To taste, everyone's taste buds are different. I like to go a little bit less on salt and a little bit heavier on pepper. Gives you a little bit more flavor to it. And you're pretty much thickened up. And the thing is that we did ahead of time is we just took some onions, some Vidalia onions, we julienned them, took a little bit of flour, a little bit of panko, and just put them on a roasting tray like we did the roasted vegetables. And just put them in the oven.
So
That's the outcome.
let me
It's
see
pretty
the-
much like your French fried onions that you
Right.
get from the grocery store or something. This is just a little bit healthier. It's not as fattening for you. It's not a breaded. It's just pretty much toasted onions,
Dried.
dried.
And they're
Toasted
dry.
dry, nice
Oh
and
my
crisp.
God, that is
Then-
delicious.
What you're going to do is you're going to want to sprinkle them right on top. Evenly coat your whole pan, and there you have it. It's a very simple.
So now it goes in the oven.
We'll put it in the oven. You're only going to do it for a couple minutes just to let everything set, let it turn into a casserole.
Smells.
You already have
can
it on-
Smell it.
You already have it on 350, so anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes is all you need. It's a very quick process, and it'll just settle everything up. So,
Not
And
too
that's-
many ingredients.
not too
Basically,
many.
this
Everything's
can
fresh.
be done ahead of time, like you did this
Yes.
morning, and blanch and chop your green beans, and the rest is basically just sauteing and putting it
About a
together.
10-minute process.
So it's no more than 10 minutes to make this dish, which it will once again complement the feast.
exactly.